A big map for people to look at.
That's good
We should
too,
include
but
that.
No,
We still need to
we-
open house, I'm not knocking open house, but we want to make sure that.
that's what we said we would do.
Right.
But that's fine, I mean, wherever we want to put it, that's great.
But the venue for citizens to look at a map thoughtfully and ask questions is the open house. The Founders Day 10 is additional help, but we need an open house for people to see it.
We can provide a PDF if you want on your website or something.
We want you guys to come to open house.
Back to my first question about
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
I don't want to just look at the map on your computer. I want to see a big map.
We have kept the map that we've had, we kept the last alignment on the website, it's on there now. We haven't, this very latest alignment on there in detail yet because we wanted it presented and explained, and that's what
I think
tonight's about.
I think the mayor's going that she would like to see something, and I agree.
Tangible copy.
A big, no problem, copy.
We can do a big map.
That's
You
what
can
we
do a big map?
do, we can do that.
All right.
We got it once, roll on.
We do lots of big maps. so.
Todd can do it. If we can't do it, Todd can.
Mayor, may I ask a question?
Yes, please.
What happens if people don't like it? I mean, what happens if they look at this map and say, why are we spending $3.8 million on that? What happens then?
Well, we're spending.
I mean, why show it to everybody?
Because so they can see where it is, where it goes.
Because that's the right thing to do.
Why
Well,
does that make
it's not a done deal.
No.
I mean,
That's my question.
yeah, it's not. And we are contractually in $390,000
Okay.
for design and engineering, and right now, that's where we are.
It's a good deal. I mean, otherwise, if it works out, it's a good deal. But you know, what happens if that 800,000 turns into 2.4 million and that happens?
Well, my 2024,
And
exactly.
you know what, we'll talk about that when if that happens. Right now, we have $3.4 million in funding committed by the Department of
We have
Transportation.
80% of construction funded, allocated.
That's always a good part is
If that changes, we'll revisit it for sure.
Let's work on those houses. I think we're ready to go.
and a big map.
And a big map.
Don't forget about it. We need a project manager to.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We don't need any motion tonight. We'll do this. You promised me a
This
big
needs to be in the budget.
map.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We're not gonna pay you for a big map.
I will take it for a big map, if that's what it is.
Build a mayor directly, and
I think we have some big
Let's,
maps already made.
it's 10:25, let's shoot, make
So
intersection
I think we
plans.
need, one minute, Mayor, but I think we need to
So,
get at
so
least
just some
5%.
clarity for budgeting purposes, would you like for us, and keep in mind, next Monday is the draft budget, would you like for us to add that additional in yet to the budget? As a start, at least it's the draft, remember, it's the draft budget.
You're adding,
59,000, whatever.
58,000.
57,600.
Right, so you're gonna add 60,000. Is that the
I'm
only
asking.
add for this project for next fiscal year?
I think at this point, yes.
I think the good point is now we finally have a direction for what the plan is, and it hasn't been, well, go look at this other option at Summerfield Road crossing there, go look at, you know, this other thing, yeah.
I know a lot of times.
Yeah, I know, I did hear about a sidewalk tonight, so that.
Right. But that's distinctly, that's different.
But in answer to your question, I think and people with the construction right away, they'll be notified, so transparent.
So when's the 800,000 due? 8 years?
2024 or something.
The 857,000, that is the 20%, so,
When's it due?
at construction, in
Construction.
2024, basically.
So why wouldn't you put a portion of that in the budget for every year between now and then, so we don't end up owing $800,000?
Because we already have it.
We have.
Yeah.
It's in the budget.
No,
Yeah.
we have a fund balance that we use for capital projects, that we use, in the past anyway, we use for capital projects. So we have that money already. Again, if that would change, we'd revisit.
And the way it works when we do construction of these projects, the town contracts with the contractor to do it, and then every every time you get a bill,
You pay the bill.
you pay the bill and DOT reimburses you 80% based on approval of that bill. So it's, you pay for it as it goes and they reimburse you as it goes. So, well, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. And have a good evening.
Nice to meet you.
I suggested our friends from the roundabout here, but I think we should make this the last item.
No, we didn't finish.
No, we have to, we should actually, people have to, no, I'm sorry, the employees need to go home.
So we have the intersection project back, the mini roundabout project back before you. Thanks for patiently waiting, Francis and Jay. What we're after here is, we rolled out this concept in late January. We talked about it, it honestly had very mixed results, and I really need some direction, and Withers and Ravenel really need some direction. The same draft that you had in January is on the screen, and I'll turn that over to Francis.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll start by saying the same thing I said to you in the fall, that we are very excited about working with you on this intersection improvement, and we believe it really would be a benefit for the town. Originally, the expectation was that we would do this project in conjunction with the work that's going on with the renovations of the Martin House and the Gordon Library. But essentially, this project really is a standalone project for us. We're tasked really with, it's a master plan concept. It's not something that you're going to be going to construction with immediately. So what we're really helping you with is looking at options for the intersection to improve it. It will improve the safety for all the users as well as the aesthetics. There's streetscaping involved that we can do to really enhance the historic nature of the intersection for you. So while it works well in conjunction with the restoration of the historic building, it doesn't have to take place with that. So we're anxious to continue moving forward for you on this project. Excuse me, this project. So as you know, that right now there's a signal there. There's a large mast arm signal. So there's options that so far we started looking at several different options, and of course one of them is to keep the mast arm that's there. You can beautify it somehow, maybe paint it so that it doesn't stand out quite as much. There's also options that we would look at that we've touched on them, four-way stop or a two-way stop situation. But those really aren't feasible for this type of intersection, particularly being a state road. They would not promote public safety, particularly for pedestrians. And also the traffic would not flow as well if we did something simple like that. So another option is really to look at multiple signals. If we could eliminate the large one, maybe switch to two smaller ones. But again, that's not really feasible based on our information we studied so far, because there's so many utilities out there, both overhead and underground. So that's an important factor that we're going to have to deal with. So that's what led us really to looking at the mini roundabout. It's a newer option, and we felt like it would be a great option for this location. It fits within the existing pavement section that we have out there. So that's why I say it works well no matter what we ended up doing with the renovations for buildings. It really works well for us to go ahead and give you these options and for you to think about. And our task really is to sort out these options for you, get DOT approval of those so that your end product from us will be recommendations. You'll see all the options and everything will have been vetted with the DOT. So whether you decide to do something immediately, that's wonderful if you're able to. If not, you can wait a little while, but you'll have options that will work and that the DOT would be happy with. So I just wanted to touch a little bit on some of the things that we presented earlier, but I'd like to reiterate those regarding the mini roundabout. One of the great things about it is that it will produce traffic calming for you. Speeds will not, you won't have a signal situation where you can have people going straight through the intersection, so it's gonna slow traffic down, but it keeps the traffic moving because there's no stop conditions at the intersection. So it is also, that it improves the efficiency of the traffic flow, so you won't have traffic backing up onto 220, which would be a major problem. It also helps the environment. That's just kind of a positive side effect by reducing emissions. But one of the best things about it, that for this area with the potential improvements that are going on, is that with a potential increase for pedestrians, it really does increase the safety for pedestrians. They have a refuge island, so they're only having to watch for cars coming in one direction. And again, because of the nature of the roundabout, when you approach the roundabout, you've got to slow down and look before you move into the roundabout. So you're going a lot slower, but you're continuously moving, so it keeps it a free-flowing situation. And I wanted to just share some specific numbers for you. This source of this information is Federal Highway Administration and the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety regarding roundabouts. And just in general, they, as compared to a signalized intersection versus a roundabout, there's a 37% reduction in overall collisions. There's a 75% reduction in injury collisions, and a 90% reduction in fatality collisions. But one of the things that I think would be a great benefit for the town, in particular for this, is for pedestrian safety. It's an actual 40% reduction in pedestrian collisions. So, like I said, we're excited to continue to move forward, and we hope that that we can do that in studying the different options for you and presenting those to you in our master plan report. So we'll be happy to take any questions on Jay Hyde, also here with me, part of our team of Brandon Kemp. So
How do we, what's the control for folks coming from Oak Ridge Road going east? What stops them from backing up into that intersection? So at the stoplight at 220, when that gets off cycle for whatever reason it
So
tends to.
we've talked about the timing might need to be adjusted. That's what he's asking about.
yeah, as their head, yeah, and that's one of the things that we'll look at when we get into more detail, but we'll vet that out with the DOT. We've just talked to them about the concept, and they feel it's a viable concept, but that's part of what study that we have still left to do, is to look at that.
Would fixing those timing issues fix our issues now? We fixed it at both stoplights?
I don't think you address that.
To address your first comment, with the improvements that are being done, that have been done at US 220 and Oak Ridge with the additional through lanes on US 220, the additional turn lanes that are being added on Oak Ridge Road. A lot of that's going to help. It's going to add capacity. It's going to allow for better signal times, so there won't be as much needed for US 220 to keep traffic moving, which would in turn back up the traffic on Oak Ridge. To answer your second question, with those improvements, yeah, I mean, if it's signalized at this intersection and signalized with US 220, I mean, they are, could be operated in coordination.
Talk to each other.
Yeah, but like Francis indicated, I mean, one of our tasks was to try to figure out a way to eliminate that large map.
Right, I know that was the ugly stoplight. We hear it.
Yeah, so I mean, but yes, I mean, with the improvements of US 220, you should be starting to see if they haven't adjusted the times or put in the new times and everything, you should see improved.
It's not as bad. It's not great. So what I've noticed is, it seems like anybody that's on that stretch of road is going to charter school. And so the capacity it is better than it used to be, because you have 2 or 3 cars that are going straight or right. And they're able to follow in the line, but we still have that long backup of folks going north. And I assume they're going to charter school. It only happens about twice a day that I've seen. Y'all are a little closer to it. Is that?
Going
North on Summerfield.
Going east on Oak Ridge Road and then turning north on going to the charter school, because that's
That's where it back, that's
Yeah,
where,
so-
that's where it always at.
So it,
Early morning.
you know, 5 o'clock is when that's when this really backs up here
From the 220 or so.
from the 220 intersection.
Because really, there shouldn't be many people going Oak Ridge Road north, except if you go to the charter school or Gastown or the ballpark, and there's only a few reasons you would go that way in the north, otherwise you'd stay on 73 and
Right.
continue to Rockingham County or wherever you were going.
So I don't know how, if they've actually got new times and everything is, the phasing and everything will be adjusted with the, new plan and everything, because with the increased capacity they have at the intersection.
What's the process to get those timings? Would that be a more financially responsible way of handling this? Maybe see if that fixes it before we jump into building a roundabout, or? And I'm asking y'all, because y'all are drawing traffic folks.
Now, which intersection you talking, you talking about the Summerfield?
I would really think both of them. I think our ugly stoplight does a pretty good job of cycling you when you pull up on the weight pad or whatever that's
And where
called.
you're probably, before, where you were probably getting problems with a lot of backup on, I think you all indicated you had a lot of backup on the north, bound approach of Summerfield, was probably related to the traffic backing up.
Folks can't turn
Under the older conditions. Certainly with the new improvements, those timings will be adjusted in the field. I mean, NCDOT has controlled that, they developed the time plans. Not sure exactly if it's coordinated with anything, if it's coordinated with this intersection, or could be coordinated with this intersection, that would allow traffic to kind of move and not back up between intersections.
How do you do that? Is that something we go to DOT and say, hey, do you mind letting our stoplights talk to each other?
Let me check one thing. I've got signal plans and everything right now, so that we had, so let me double check something. I think it's set up for a closed loop system,
Okay.
but I'm not sure if it's operating that way, because at the time when council had been done, different construction was being done. But right now, the new signal or the improvements at US 220 are supposed to based on this signal plan, it's operating as an isolated intersection. So all it does is just focus on the traffic coming into the intersection.
Irrespective of our intersection.
Yes, it operates by itself. It's just.
So what is do we need a piece of wire and a splicing
Well,
kit?
no.
How do you make them talk?
You can do it a couple of ways. I mean, certainly you can hardwire, you can use fiber optic, or you can use wireless. If you got line of sight and everything, which would be a possibility with this one, you can do it wirelessly to do the coordination between the two signals. Now that will take care of keeping traffic moving in the east-west direction. Now one thing you do encounter when you do have coordinated signals is you do tend to have greater delays and backups on the side streets, because they typically.
Your preference Oak Ridge Road.
Exactly.
Do we have some other questions from the council here?
Yeah, you have a projected budget on what this would be to complete?
What, the construction of it?
Yeah.
It can range, depending on what has to be done. It can be as low as, we were looking at some case studies, they went out and did it for like $10,000 to $20,000. But of course, that was back in 2012, some locations they were looking at. Depending on what you do and what you add into it, it can be anywhere from $50,000 to $250,000.
That sounds a little more realistic, because I spoke with NCDOT this week, because we got to pay the bill on this. Because if we wait for them to do it, we're 10 to 15 years off. Here's my concern with this. Summerfield's going to grow in the next 10 to 15 years if we wait that long. Right now, with the way you're designing it, you're kind of static with the growth we have out here. And I know in the next 10 years, we're going to have at least 30% growth out here. Okay, so we're going to have at least another 3,500 people living here. And that's going to change the scenario. It's not going to be the same. That's my concern. I think we're going to outgrow the usage of this way too fast, because the timing on those lights at 220 and 150, the whole idea is to keep that traffic flowing down 220.
Yeah.
Because when I come the opposite way, you sit that light a long time. They're not going to change that lighting time very much. The problem is, that's a short, from that intersection where you've got the down to 220, that's a really short span. when the traffic backs up because it's going to, then people coming down Summerfield Road not gonna be able to make a left-hand turn, which a lot of people do that time of day. Because everybody's gonna be stuck in the roundabout, and they're not gonna be able to make that left-hand turn, so I got issues with it, I don't know, I'm not sold on the plan because of that.
Well, that's the thing, and when you say you're gonna have 30-some%, that your population may grow 30%.
It may bring more, I'm just.
But you're saying that all that 30% is gonna come through this one intersection, which is probably not the case.
No, but it will.
But part of our study is to look at that forecast,
Right.
to evaluate.
Oak Ridge is on the road, and we got people coming through Oak Ridge that uses this way a lot, because it's still an NC highway. It's Stokesdale Road, Oak Ridge Road, Summerfield Road, that whole intersection is supposed to be more traffic.
Yeah, and that's certainly
The
part
other
of it.
thing, I was looking at what's not included in the contract. It's not included traffic counts, public participation, stormwater management, drain
We
system.
got assistance with the traffic count from our MPO, from Greensboro, so that's why that was not included.
But we haven't had traffic counts from there.
No, we did, right at the start of their project.
Where are those, I remember when the traffic counter was stolen.
No, not our traffic counter, but that wasn't,
MPO.
we disposed of that property.
The
This is
NPO
the
did
NPO.
traffic counts at
Yeah.
US 220 and 150 and 150 in Summerfield. And then we went back out on all, basically, the peak hour when school was in session to get an idea, because the counts that NPO did was after I-73 was open, but school was not in session.
Didn't someone get some recent, you know, we call him Dick, Wayne has done, he's really researched this. If you could ask briefly, Wayne, your question or comment.
I wanted to draw attention to the fact that this layout here, it's supposed to be calming, but it's biased towards calming some flows more than others. For example, if you're going from west to east, you've got almost straight shot across that intersection. The calming is not nearly so much as if you're going from east to west. And I'd like to hear some discussion on that asymmetric impact on how it might affect traffic overall. But, you know, coming from 220, it's going to choke because they have to go a longer distance than west to east.
You saying about the circle, not the middle?
I'm sorry, this other gentleman.
I'm Joe Shelton. I'm a professional truck driver. I drive
That's right.
5,000 miles a year. And I've been encountered all kinds of roundabouts and every traffic situation that exists. And if I look at this, if you pull up right here, right now, there's a blind spot right here.
Yep.
You may see the nose of the car if it's there, or you may not, and that's why there's no right turn on red. Okay, that's the problem. But I don't know what your goal is here. If you're trying to alleviate this backup here, is that what I'm hearing?
No.
You're afraid there's a backup between here and
No, we're
220?
trying to make
It
traffic
does
flow
back
there,
up.
remove the
It
light.
does back up. But that's the main objective here, is to eliminate that?
No,
What is the objective?
to eliminate the light and just keep the flow going through there, slow it down a little bit.
To get rid of the light? That's the objective?
That's
Well,
one. That's one of mine.
Let me state that, if I may. So one is to eliminate the unsightly mast arm pole. Another is to slow traffic through the intersection, which this concept, at least theoretically does, I think in actuality would. And also to make the traffic through the intersection more efficient, meaning if there are no stops, as was alluded to before, there are no periods where someone is just sitting waiting at a light. And I look at this intersection out my window through that lens at times, and I see cars sitting, there's nobody else around, but they have to sit, and that's not very efficient movement-wise. And so my biggest fear of those three is slowing people through the intersection and the efficiency of movement through it.
Well, I looked at it from a truck perspective, and I think your orange pieces, that's concrete, right? And they can roll over that? Is that-
Yes, it's transversal, yeah.
What happens when you continually run 80,000-pound trucks over the corner of that 55-foot island? I mean, you're gonna crush it. I just had to rebuild my driveway with 6-8 inches of reinforced concrete because I bring a truck in there every now and then. Trucks are gonna tear that up unless it's really super strong.
Well, it is designed to carry the weight of the truck.
And you show an
That's the purpose of
11-foot
it. It is a truck
11-foot gap over here between this first orange obstacle. The trucks are almost 9 feet wide, they're 8.5 feet wide. And if they make a right-hand turn off of that side onto Summerfield Road there, what is the yellow spot there? Is that,
That's just paint stripe, and that's,
It's
on
just-
that.
because, yeah,
Right there, this is
It's
just
just
a
a
quick
concept,
concept that was
yeah.
pulled together.
This
The
is-
gray is the existing pavement and everything that's out there.
well, a truck turning right is going to off track, and his right to rear, his right to left, right rear tires are going to come up on that white area. They're going to come up every time.
When should a truck, and I'm gonna ask, because I don't know, when should a truck make that turn?
The food line truck does it pretty regular.
Why wouldn't he go to 220?
I watched him go down that way, and he comes.
And I'm asking, I don't know.
He goes, well, the other one's a Goodwill truck, you know what a Goodwill store is? He comes down that way and pulls into the back of the Goodwill there too. There's not a lot of trucks there, I'm not so concerned about the truck. I mean, I'm a little concerned about that intersection with the commercial truck, especially if a dual truck were to come through there. Or if a truck were to anyway stall in this intersection, the intersection's closed. I mean, there's all kinds of issues there. I just don't see the,
It's now.
I really don't see the objective. If this is the objective, that's one thing. If the light is the objective, that's one thing. What are you trying to accomplish? I don't quite picture what you're trying to do. You want to spend $50,000 to build it, what's it get you? That's not a bad intersection.
Well, can you repeat those, was it 4 things? The purpose was to slow traffic.
Well, I was
eliminate
giving you my objectives of
I mean,
that.
there was a meeting about this.
Well, there was the pedestrian stuff too.
So, well, what I stated was the efficiency, moving vehicles quicker through the intersection overall. But the speed is top priority for me because I see people trying to beat the light all the time. Our mayor had an accident there and was almost knocked, turned in front of someone and was almost knocked into town hall.
Well, and that blind spot is still there, which is still a real hazard for a roundabout.
That's right.
Because people are gonna be going even faster coming up.
I'm
the
not
hill,
quite
because
sure
they
how that
know
slows
there's
anybody
no-
down, but
They
I'll
know there's
take
no
your
way
word
to
for it.
slow them down.
Well, you can't help but to slow
You
down.
have to slow
I've
down.
been roundabouts my whole life.
The
That is-
round,
that definitely
nobody in
slows
a
down.
car wants to hit those raised burgundy areas.
No.
And you have to slow down to yield.
This is like we said,
This
it's
is
a
just a
concept. This
concept, it's
is,
not a
you know,
detailed
laid
design.
in.
You know, I'm kind of spoiled, whether it's
a
on
lot of this is
North
gonna be
Carolina,
in flex, like I said.
And you had to sit at an intersection for a half an hour.
All right, come on.
They wouldn't bother you.
This-
I'm sorry,
yeah,
please say
this-
what you're
this-
saying.
This is just a concept, just to show a general layout. Our scope isn't to do a detailed design. That's why there's no drainage design per se incorporated in this. This is just master planning for you. I just want to reiterate that. That is really all to help you see what you could do with this intersection. You know, we'll include things like streetscaping and that sort of thing that are potential. But this is just a concept to give you the idea of how it possibly could be laid out. Those deflection angles would be adjusted. We will run, when the design time comes, we would actually run the truck turning movements through there to make sure that it's designed so that the WD62, whichever vehicle we need to design for, will be able to go through there and not have those straight through speed up and go through those.
And you'll have the advanced signage and everything. And one benefit of this that's not there now is, like you said, coming from US 220, you are kind of coming up that hill. Well, if you're coming from the west on Oak Ridge and you want to make a left to head north on Summerfield Road, you don't have a protected left turn lane. You have a protected permissive left turn if you're coming from 220 to travel south on Summerfield. But if you're heading eastbound and you want to make a left, it's a green ball. So
Right.
that's where your biggest sight is. If you're coming uphill and someone sees that light turn yellow, we all know that, you know, unfortunately, that's not, people are slowing down. A lot of people
They'll
are
need to
speeding
go
up.
very fast.
Yes.
So the question, what are our collision numbers there?
We do not have the actual data of that yet. This was just, like I said, I mean, we haven't done anything else on this since we presented it, so we've been kind of
Yeah.
put on
I mean,
hold.
that's not a important question, if you're not eliminating collisions by 40%, but what if we eliminate 2 collisions there? Back away, you eliminate 1? I mean, what I'm saying is it really that big a problem? I mean, you're giving me scenarios of what possibly can happen, but I'm asking.
We haven't gotten that far of a study yet, we've
Yeah.
just been put on hold, so that would be something we would
That's a
really
big question.
question.
So what,
You look for
how
thumbs
much-
up,
I
thumbs
have
down,
a
if we do all of
question.
them.
I have a question about what you're looking for us from,
Yeah, that's
and
what I was
we're
gonna
all getting brain dead, and there are employees here that really need to get home. Question. As I was reading, the direction from council was to spend money on the septic, not to spend money on the Martin, the board of the intersection, until we gave you direction. But there were 2 checks for March bills. I'm not complaining about the bills, I'm just trying to keep it square. So there was 2 checks and $5,223 to Lynn's Reginald in March that were for transportation. So I'm just wondering what work was done in March for the, or maybe that would reflect the.
That would have been a February bill.
Okay, no problem.
The
Your
bill at-
your contracts were 45,000, and so
what we have left?
so far, you probably, what, you have now 20,000 left. Or maybe you spent 20.
I'm not sure, the big picture is we got them started with master planning this intersection, and the point this evening is, apart from building the Martin House and Gordon properties, this is really still a standalone traffic improvement, and we've got them under contract. Excuse me, and we've had them sitting on hold, waiting for the more property direction, and the whole point tonight is it is standalone. And so my request of council is that you would allow them to pursue this concept, or you would just tell them, we're not interested, go on to something else, because they've got a scope of work, and I would like to see us get through it. You know, we budgeted this year, and it's just cleaner if we can get them working again.
Well, why can't you get, before we spend 45,000, before we spend another $25,000 to study, you know, DOT has some good input on this, and this is a very expensive project. And you take down the street light, you take down the light, and, you know, then we've got some, and it's not safe because you're gonna have pedestrians crossing the street.
We haven't seen a design yet, Mayor, so how do we know what is safe, not safe?
Well,
I
it's
need
a
more
mini,
info.
no, it's a mini roundabout.
I need more info, what I,
No, I think if you could, I think you've got enough here to talk to
Mayor,
DOT.
I'm telling you, don't speak for me, I don't have enough info to adequately make a decision on this. So what I would need is more information, and one of the things would be DOT's buy-in, this is a viable concept, and I don't know how we get that, or how you guys get
Not
that.
being
That's
part of
not
our-
just viable, but I mean, really, it's something that's doable, and it'll be safe for all aspects of travel across.
Am I correct that they're not
Road,
gonna, DOT's not gonna weigh in beyond what